This is just a quick video to show you how you can use these keywords that will produce for you. I've done some research on dog training, as I like to use dog training as an example. You will receive a Microsoft Excel file such as this. This is just the little readme. At the bottom you've got the different tabs depending on what you've ordered. This one is for 5 buyer keywords. You just click on the buyer keywords and you will get all your buyer keywords down there and all the information you need to know about it. Most importantly, what the competition is like. So I always cut off anything harder than 3%, so we're looking at some pretty easy to rank keywords here. But not only that, month on month they are producing money. Okay, at the bottom here we're not producing quite as much, but you will also start to rank for the phrase, and also you'll get some of the broad as well out of that, so we do pretty well for that. Dog training classes is the first one. If you just click down on dog training classes, you get your buyer keyword in there. The subject keywords, which Google feel are very related to dog training classes, because that's what we're trying to rank for, is dog training classes. So we must include subjects on our website of dog obedience training classes, dog training classes prices, dog training classes adoption, dog training certificate, and dog training courses. So if we include those, Google will see our site as very relevant as dog training classes. But not only that, when we write our content to go into these subjects, we need to include these keywords. And when you include these keywords, Google will read your content as they do, and they will say your content is very highly geared towards dog obedience training classes, which is also dog training classes. You will rank very quickly, very easily. I've had sites start to rank with doing 0 keywords whatsoever. Sorry, 0 backlinks whatsoever, just by setting my website out in this way. I'm going to show you a quick tip of how I set out every website I make. I use a program called xmind. It's free to download. If you just Google xmind, you'll find a free one. I'm going to start with a blank document. We'll create this. Okay, so we have this. What I will usually write in here is whatever your website domain name is called. I'm just going to say my dog training site. So that's where we're going to start. Then we go back to our keywords, and if we go back to the buyer keywords, select all of those, copy them, and then we pop back to xmind. Make sure this is selected. Get insert, insert, paste. Then we'll put our subjects in. This is not very good, very well organized. It's a bit confusing about what our site is going on in our site. So we right click on here, we go structure and org down. So this looks much more like a website. So we've got our website. We're going to have these subjects in our website, and then to go a step further, these are our buyer keywords. So what I would do is create my site. These would be my main menus at the top, but then we will obviously go a step further and we'll go to our first one, which is dog training classes, and we have subjects here. So if you select one, then push Control, select the next, and the next, and the next, and the last one, copy back to xmind, make sure that's selected, and paste. I didn't work with the spaces. These are just the spaces in Excel, so if we just select those, delete, delete. You see now how our website is starting to take shape. So I would go ahead and do this for all the other buyer keywords, and these are our subjects here. So now obviously we have our subjects of what we're going to write about. So we go back to Excel, and the first one, dog will be in its training classes. We take all the keywords we need to include in that. Go back to xmind, make sure this is selected, push tab will create a new one underneath, or go insert subtopic. And we don't paste it as we did the other way, but you'll see why in a moment, because we don't want to load more menus like this. We want just one box with all our keywords that we need to include. So we double click on that, paste in our keywords, and there we go. I'll just pause while I do the others because you don't want to watch me do that. And there we are, finished. So now we have our site. We know what our main menus are going to be. We also know that under dog training classes we're going to have these articles, and we know in those articles we're going to include these keywords, and Google is going to rank us really highly for dog training classes. Obviously we would do the same for all the others. They'd all look the same, and you can minimize these up if you want. So when you've done the others, you have your full site set out exactly how it should be. You know exactly what you need to include, and you know exactly what you're doing at all times. And what I would often do is, once I'd completed a part of this, say I'd completed making all of these, I'd uploaded them, I was happy with them, I'd done all the links I wanted to do, all I would do then would just be to change the color of it there. So I know dog training classes is done, and then I'd move on to the next one. That's just a little tip on how you can use my keywords. Google loves it when you set out your site this way. Hope this helps.